Wick grew up in a poor neighborhood where dreaming felt like a luxury. Every school day felt like a battle against judgmental stares. He often asked himself, "Can I ever change my fate?" Since childhood, Wick was constantly compared. "Other kids are so smart. What about you?" Those words repeated over the years, slowly eating away at his already fragile confidence. He began to withdraw, speaking less, hiding more. Wick hated the feeling of being judged, and even worse, he started hating himself for not being good enough. Math became his worst fear. He couldn't understand the numbers, and classmates laughed. Sitting in the back of the class, he avoided eye contact, terrified of being called on again. One day, he stared blankly at an empty test paper. His hands trembled. In that moment, everything around him blurred except for the pounding of his heart and the deep sense of failure. His literature teacher approached, placed a gentle hand on his shoulder, and said softly, "No one is great at the start. What matters is that you don't give up." Her words sparked a small light inside him. Wick began self-studying, 5 math problems a day. He used old notebooks, borrowed textbooks, and copied lessons word for word. Progress was slow, but he stayed patient and persistent. He almost gave up many times. Sleepless nights, bad scores, but he remembered his mom's hopeful eyes and his teacher's voice. Those were the reasons he kept going. Tragedy hit. Family debt piled up. His parents argued constantly about money. Wick stayed silent, feeling the weight of every shout like a brick on his chest. He wanted to help but didn't know how. Too young to get a job, Wick didn't quit. He started drawing comics and sold them to classmates, saving every penny to buy secondhand books. From helplessness, he learned to take initiative. In high school, he tutored neighborhood kids. They teased him as the tutor boy, but those sessions built his confidence. Teaching others helped him find clarity in himself. Wick learned to ignore insults. He realized that no one defines his worth except himself. That belief made him stronger, less afraid to stand tall in front of others. Then his mother fell seriously ill. Wick paused his studies to care for her. Watching her struggle broke him. But in that silence, he learned responsibility and deep compassion. When he returned to school, everything had changed. Lessons had moved on. Friends had advanced. He asked to repeat the class but was denied due to his poor performance. He didn't quit. Studying from home, he borrowed books, watched lessons online, and studied deep into the night. 1 year later, he passed the exams and proved he could rise again. University life was tough. Wick struggled with English and missed out on a scholarship. He was devastated, but instead of complaining, he quietly restarted his journey. Each day, he memorized 10 new English words, watched 1 video, and wrote 1 paragraph. He turned learning into a daily ritual, something natural, not forced. After a year, he could speak fluently and confidently. Professors were impressed, and peers admired him. He even became a teaching assistant for the English class. Then came a new problem. Wick felt lost. Why am I studying this? What am I good at? He lay awake at night, searching for a purpose beyond just getting a degree. He tried everything: content writing, online sales, waiting tables, tutoring, and ad management. Each job was a new experience. Each failure, a stepping stone. Eventually, he discovered what lit him up: connecting with people, listening to their stories, and helping them overcome their own struggles. Wick started a small YouTube channel. He spoke honestly, without filters, about the difficulties he faced. His voice was raw, but real, and people slowly began to listen. At first, his videos had few views. Still, he posted regularly. 1 clip about study pressure went viral. Comments flooded in. People related to the pain he once hid. He realized the struggles he faced weren't unique. Everyone has their battles. By sharing openly, he gave others courage to confront their own. He began hosting school talks, discussing anxiety, failure, and how to keep moving forward. Students clapped, some even cried. He saw purpose in their eyes. Wick became a motivational figure, not by theory, but through lived experience. He had walked through darkness and now helped others find their light. He often repeated, "Struggles are not enemies, they are your partners in growth." Every stumble gives you the chance to get back up stronger. He wrote a book sharing his journey, raw, vulnerable, and honest. The book became a sensation, offering warmth to those who felt lost or broken. He founded a nonprofit to help low-income students with career guidance, scholarships, and emotional support, giving others the chance he never had. Though now successful, Wick remained humble. He returned to his old home, standing silently before the door that once heard his tears, and whispered, "I made it." Life lesson from Wick's story. Life will challenge you with pressure, insecurity, failure, family struggles, or a lack of direction. But growth is not in avoiding difficulty. It's in walking through it. Keep moving, even slowly. Every small step forward shapes your strength and leads to your success.